Morning, good afternoon to my LinkedIn community and to those watching on YouTube. And as of last week and moving forward, also to those that are listening on Spotify, Apple, and other platform podcasts. Welcome to this week in Renewables, a bite-sized weekly roundup of the renewable news stories from the last 7 days, including hydro, wind, and solar. Today we start off with some quick news covering some solar. Rene Solar European division JV buys 200 megawatt solar portfolio. This is a joint venture between ReneSola Power and IFL Investment Groups, who have acquired its first batch of solar projects with a combined capacity of 200 megawatts. The projects are located across multiple European countries, including Spain, France, and Poland. IFL provided the capital to fund the development of these projects. In May, Rene Power and IFL created the 5149 European Solar Energy Development JV, which intends to develop 700 megawatts of solar projects in the next 3 years across Europe. Rene Solar Power European Region Chief Executive Joseph Kastner said in an article, "We are excited by today's announcement, as this portfolio is the first significant step for the JV to develop up to 700 megawatts of solar projects across the next several years. Rene Solar Power is committed to accelerating solar development in Europe with the joint venture company created with IFL. We expect to develop high quality projects in Europe, propelling growth in the region." More fantastic news, and congratulations to both Rene Solar Power and IFL Investment Groups. More solar news, this time from stateside. EDF have acquired 270 megawatt US solar project. This transaction marks a third renewable asset sale from Galehead. Boston-based Galehead Developments has sold a 270 megawatt solar development project in the Miso Central region to EDF Renewables. When completed, the solar projects will serve increasing demand from the Miso utilities for low-cost energy resources and growing commitments to renewables by corporations throughout the region. As I said, this transaction marks the third renewable development asset sale between Galehead and EDF Renewables, so there's obviously some good partnership between both parties. In total, Galehead has developed a 520 megawatt pipeline to EDF spanning the MISO and PJM energy markets and targeting commercial operations which are beginning between 2023 and 2024. Each acquisition has paired Galehead's market strategies and greenfield development scope with EDF power marketing capabilities and the capacity for long-term project ownership. So great news there across the solar sector, not just in Europe but also stateside. Moving from solar to onshore wind. And ACWA Power, who seem to be appearing in This Week in Renewables every couple of weeks, they are to build the 100 megawatt Uzbekistan wind farm. The country's Minister of Energy says the project should be online within 2 years. Saudi Arabian developer ACWA Power is the preferred bidder to become an independent power producer to build the 100 megawatt wind farm in Uzbekistan. The Ministry of Energy said the project is expected to feed into Uzbekistan's grid in less than 2 years. The bid was 2.56 US cents per kilowatt hour, it added. Mazda and Votalia also submitted bids, respectively. Uzbekistan Deputy Minister of Energy Shehzud Kojev said Uzbekistan is making huge strides towards producing and providing green energy for its economy, decreasing the country's dependence on fossil fuels, and also reducing overall CO2 emissions. So again, congratulations to ACWA Power on the successful winning of this bid. And more great news. Moving from ACWA Power to Vestas, so again, seem to be very busy and always on This Week in Renewables. They have secured a 70 megawatt Polish hat-trick in terms of projects. Orders from Eurowind Energy for turbines for 3 wind farms in the Polski region of Poland. This project is key to the component of our ambitions, wider energy strategy to develop environmental friendly renewable sources of energy to meet growing electricity demand. And this is recently said by one of the Vestas senior directors. Vestas will also provide services for all 3 projects through a 20-year active output management 5,000 agreement. Turbines will be delivered in the 4th quarter of 2022, with commissioning expected to be the 1st quarter of 2023. In an article, Vestas Northern and Central European Vice President of Sales, Richard Bayliss, said, adding to our already outstanding collaboration with Eurowind Energy, these 3 orders in Poland are an excellent endorsement of the range of turbine solutions we can provide our customers. So more great news across the onshore wind sector. Last but not least, some hydropower news. And the CEFA, which is the Sustainable Energy Fund for Africa, grant will help modernise Africa's hydro fleet. Just really great news, because the Asian hydro fleet is set to benefit from a 1 million grant from the CEFA. The funds will be used to map and evaluate rehabilitation needs of hydropower facilities across Africa, so very much needed. It will also support the preparation of modernisation works for 2 pilot facilities to a backhaul stage, a move expected to add 200 megawatts in generation capacity. This will most importantly create 150 jobs and reduce greenhouse gas emissions by about 300 kilotons of CO2 annually. Modern hydropower plays a key role in Africa's energy transition, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and anchoring larger shares of variable renewable energy sources. CEFA is managed by the African Development Bank. It is set to implement the programme in partnership with the International Hydropower Association, which has participated in similar initiatives in Asia and South America. So all parties involved, this is great news for hydropower in Africa specifically, very much considering the Asian hydropower fleet, which needs to be updated as a matter of priority. And finishing off with some hires across the industry, BP have hired Dusnaraf as new renewables chief. Ex-RWE Renewables boss replaces Dev Sanyal to head ONG Players gas and low carbon energy business. BP has appointed Anja Isabel Dusnaraf as its new executive vice president and a member of the BP's leadership team. As said before, she was the chief executive of RWE Renewables and will join BP on the 1st of March 2022. So great appointment to be in place next year. In a recent article, BP CEO Bernard Looney said, "I'm delighted that Anja has chosen to join us and help lead BP's transition from international oil company to integrated energy company. She's exactly the right person for BP at exactly the right time, a global respected and deeply experienced leader in renewable energy with a proven track record of transforming and growing businesses." So again, congratulations to BP and most importantly to Anja on her new appointment. Ørsted as well have also named their new onshore chief, which will be Neil O'Donovan, and he will take on the role permanently, having been interim CEO since August. Neil has been officially named as the company's new onshore chief executive, replacing Declan Flanagan, who resigned from his position at the start of August. So that sums up This Week in Renewables, with a bite-sized snapshot of the renewable stories over the last 7 days. Don't forget to like, share and comment.